Hi, Tom. This series obviously wrapped up, but maybe from your point of view, is this still a chance to push your claims in the final game?
Yeah, definitely. I felt like I've been in both innings, but I think that's sometimes how cricket goes. You're not going to do well every game. I'm still young, still trying to enjoy it as much as possible, and just trying to learn day by day, really.
And I mean, yeah, you just said there, but both times you got yourself in, and then you were out. Do you still think you maybe adjusting to what's expected at number four or in the middle order?
It's different for me. I've never batted there in my life, so probably getting used to it. The tempo I go at is something I'll get used to the more I bat there. I think if I do play for England, I'm probably not going to be at the top of the order as the team's so strong at the moment. But I'm just trying to learn day by day, and then we'll see what happens.
Cool. Thanks, Jason.
We'll go Mike Walters.
Hi, Tom. Good morning. Sam Billings was saying the other day that this is a very difficult team to get into, probably the most difficult team of any cricket team at the moment to get into as World Cup holders. That's the way it should be, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably the most difficult sports team in the world to get into at the moment, especially for me as an opener, trying to get in ahead of Jason Roy and Bairstow is obviously quite hard. But yeah, I'm just going to keep trying to score as many runs as possible, and then I'll see where that takes me. But yeah, like I've said, I'm just going to keep trying to score as many runs, and then we'll see what happens.
Is it difficult not to put yourself under too much pressure when you're a young player trying to make his mark? Because it's not always easy to go in and smack it around straight away in international cricket. Graham Gooch started his international career with a pair for England, didn't he? So it's not always easy, is it?
No, it's difficult. I think every level I've gone up to, it's taken me a few games to get used to. I remember when I first started playing for Somerset, for the first 10 games, I didn't get above 40, and then one game I got, I think, 100, and then that gives you a bit of confidence and you don't look back. So I'm kind of hoping that big score's not too far around the corner, and then hopefully I'll just kick on from there.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. We'll go with Matt Roller next, and I think we've got life out of Ian. So Ian Bolton after Matt Roller. We'll go to you, but Matt Roller now, please.
Hi, Tom. I think you've spoken a bit in the past couple of weeks about sort of feeling exhausted, falling out of love with the game at the end of the winter and the PSL. Could you just explain that a little bit? Do you think you were just burned out, or?
Yeah, I just played so much cricket. I think obviously it'd gone from just playing Somerset and then to playing most days of the week in the winter was quite hard for me. I'm someone who likes to kind of get away from the game and enjoy not thinking about it. So I think lockdown was the most perfect thing for me. And yeah, I think I found my love didn't disappear for cricket. I didn't do very well in Pakistan, which probably didn't help as well. Tricky being away from family most of the winter. But yeah, I found my love for it again, and it's nice to be back playing.
And in terms of sort of this winter and how you avoid getting into the same situation, obviously, I guess you're going to the IPL in UAE, then Big Bash, maybe some white ball games for England. Are you sort of going to have to pick and choose if you do decide to play it?
Yeah, I suppose a few people, I'm probably just going to have to be a bit more careful with tournaments I go to if I get picked. But yeah, I think there is a lot of white ball tours coming up this winter, and obviously playing for England's something you always want to do and something you can obviously never turn down. But obviously franchise stuff, it's a bit different. But yeah, I'm just going to keep trying to enjoy it, I think, at the moment.
Cheers.
Thanks, Matt. Hopefully, Ian Bolton, Sky Sports.
Hi, Tom. Sorry, I've sorted out the gremlins in my laptop. And apologies if you've already been speaking about this because I couldn't hear the early exchanges. I wonder, what have we learned about England from these two matches so far?
Tricky question. I think the way Morgs wants to play the game is gonna carry on whatever team we play in. Obviously, there's a few guys missing: Stokes, Butler, just to name a few. But I think when we come together as a group, he always likes to play this aggressive brand of cricket, which I think suits my game and pretty much the other 10 players as well. So I think he wants to keep moving that forward. Whether or not Morgs is playing or not, I think that's how he wants the England white ball teams to carry on playing.
Where particularly do you feel England could have done better?
I guess you can always do better. The wickets haven't been that great the last 2 games. I felt they've been a bit slow, probably a bit wet on the surface. But yeah, I mean, none of the guys have played cricket for 3 or 4 months. So I reckon it's going to take a few games, a bit of confidence, and then the boys will be fine. So,
listen, from your point of view, 11 in the first match, 15 in the second. Do you feel you're due a score?
I'd like to think so. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself. Just go out there and enjoy it. Playing for England is a dream come true. Whether this is my last game for England forever, I'm just going to try and enjoy it as much as possible.
Curtis Campbell got you out both times. Caught behind first time, LBW second. He also got you out, didn't he, a couple of years ago with the under-19s. Does he know how to get the better of you?
I mean, every bowler gets a better out a few times. I mean, yeah, he has. I'm not going to hide behind it. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and back in the things I've done well, and then hopefully tomorrow I get the better of him if I play. But yeah, I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ian. Lizzie. I think you're on mute, Lizzie. You might have lost Lizzie temporarily.
I just saw her.
Yeah, I saw her as well. Anybody want to jump in while we wait for Lizzie to return? Feel free if you do.
I'll ask a question if you like. I mean,
Thanks, John.
sort of situation tomorrow where you've got a one international could finish at 10 p.m. at night, and at 11 a.m. the following day, 250 miles away, there's a test match. I mean, obviously all the international stuff is sort of being squeezed into 2 months, but it normally takes 3 or 4 months. Is that difficult to sort of focus on your game when there's so much else going on with the test match about to start?
100%. I haven't thought really at all of the test match. I'm just trying to focus on what's going on here. Obviously, you see stuff at the end of the day. And obviously, you want those guys to do well. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just focusing on this series and tomorrow's game.
Thanks, John. I don't think we're getting Lizzie back. So, Rob Johnson, please.
Hi, Tom. Just you touched on it earlier about a different role at the moment in this England team to compare to what you've done previously. I just wonder if you could give a bit more sort of background on how difficult that is for you to adjust to, because I guess you're coming in different situations and just how difficult that is.
Yeah, like I said, I've never batted there at all, probably playing cricket. I've always seemed to be at the top of the order. Obviously, in red ball cricket, I've batted last year. I batted 4, 5, 6, whatever. And obviously, it's different. You've got a lot more time. All the fielders are in. But yeah, I've spoken to a few guys, and they just say they've told me a few things to try and take into my game, but I'm just kind of getting used to it. Trying to find the right tempo. I could probably get a score there and give you a bit of confidence, and then you'll feel good. But yeah, I'm just waiting for that at the moment.
Yeah, and I was going to ask just about that tempo, because I guess, depending on when you come in, if the field is back, it must be a different tempo. And is that something you've been working on in the nets and you might want to be working on as you go forward? Because as you say, the competition at the top of the order is pretty difficult.
Yeah, it's probably something I'm going to have to get used to if I'm going to play. I have tried to work on it in the nets, but the net's pretty difficult at the moment. So that's probably not great. But yeah, it's something I've got to work on if I want to play more for England. So yeah, I'm working quite closely with Scothic, which has been good. So we've kind of come up with a few things which hopefully I can try tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks. Tim, please.
Hi, Tom. Kind of a follow-up to questions from Rob there. In terms of that role at number 4, what are the main things you need to work on to be able to do that role? And does that feel just a bit unnatural?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It does feel unnatural at the moment. I think just giving yourself a chance, because I know I can catch up. If I'm in for 40, 50 balls, I back myself to catch up. But yeah, looking at the scoreboard and seeing, I don't know, your strike rate. For me, I'm normally quite an aggressive player, and my strike rate seems to be around 100. And then seeing that sometimes is a bit tricky. But yeah, I'd probably just rotating the strike more coming in, and then when there is a bad ball, making sure you do put it away. But like, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I mean, it's the first few times I've batted there, so I'm not expecting too much.
And sort of given what you've said about, you know, the top order is so congested, but obviously you've done really, really well at the top order. But is there a part of you that's thinking, when you go back to domestic cricket, would you think about batting lower down the order, which is, I know, probably not ideal for you, but if that is your route to, you know, England's team for the next World Cup in 23 and so on?
I don't know, it's a hard one. I love opening, so I'll probably carry on doing that. But yeah, it's tricky. Obviously, if I do want to play, I'm probably going to slide in at 6, realistically. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'll probably have to carry on opening.
Yes.
Thanks very much, Tim. I think we're all done there, guys, unless you just flagged one now, but I would assume otherwise. All right.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks very much, everyone. Cheers.
Thank you.